As costume coordinator for the Denver Public School District, Jean is in charge of the care of thousands of costumes and provides immediate assistance to any teacher or DPS affiliate in need. Jean designs, she alters, she tracks and repairs and irons and cleans and pulls and repulls and rehangs and organizes, replaces and finds and suggests and researches and teaches. She costumes. Every school in DPS. Every program in need. She works with theater teachers, music teachers, classroom teachers. She costumes plays, concerts, the DPS Shakespeare Festival that uses literally hundreds of costumes, music programs, classroom skits, and the 5th grade Revolutionary War Activity Day with period pieces for 11-year-olds. She opens the shop to entire high school casts so they can understand the importance of their costumes on their characterization and take even more ownership of their performance. As one teacher said, that's the equivalent of clothing shopping with 40 angsty teenagers. She costumes, but she provides so much more than costumes. What exactly does she provide? Of course, if you've ever been part of a production, you know. I read countless stories of how she helped her teachers, kept the shop open far past closing time, did way more than anyone expected of her, saved the day at the last minute. But it goes above and beyond that going above and beyond. It's not just that she gets things done. It's that she gets things done and provides an environment of calm for the teachers she's helping. The word most used to describe Jean was patient, infinitely patient. Going to her shop and working with her is the part of crazy production time that her teachers really look forward to. She grounds them, she reassures them. She brings them composure and focus and balance. She helps them hit the reset button that makes it possible to swim through the chaos and guide kids in creating something beautiful. Jean, your teachers all said that you do this for them. When someone goes to you, no matter how crazy her life is, no matter how crazy your life is, no matter how soon his deadline is coming, you make people feel like they're the only person in the world that you're worried about at that time. And your presence reminds them to stop and breathe. People don't just rely on you for costumes, they rely on you for peace. You don't have time for yoga and massage and chamomile tea? Go see Jean Benson. A visit to her is the ultimate multitask. Get something done for your show and get something done for your soul. Amen. And after reading your letters of support, I hope also that you have an inkling of what you do for students. We all know what theater provides our kids. I hope you recognize what a giant part of that you are. The costume is often the final piece of the puzzle that takes a kid to that beautiful place of connection and confidence. And to have help from a costumer who so obviously cares and respects every student with whom she works makes the whole experience that much more amazing. One last thought, my favorite quote. She has never made a student feel out of place for their costume requests, even if it is a boy asking for a dress. My guess is that most of us have a connection with someone, a student, a friend, a family member, yourself, who has struggled with identity. The world needs more people like you, Jean. Someone who never makes anyone feel out of place. I guarantee you gave more than a dress to that boy. You gave a human being a memory to cherish, to go back to during dark times, and remember that people are caring and accepting. I imagine there are many students you've done that for. Many mundane, no big deal occurrences that have been a stepping stone, even a turning point, to help kids begin the journey to self-acceptance. I thought a lot about whether or not I wanted to say that here, but if not here, where? We have such a huge responsibility to help our kids get to self-acceptance. And you're such an important part of that. Your effects on those people are profound and beautiful. There's no summing up how much the people Jean works with appreciate her. One teacher did come close. Having this costume shop is such an asset. Having Jean run it is a blessing. So on behalf of Colorado Thespians, let me say congratulations. And on behalf of so many teachers who know how incredibly blessed they are to have you helping them and their students, let me say thank you. And every once in a while, be willing to take some credit. Ladies and gentlemen, Jean Benson.
Hi. Wrote a short speech. Forgive me. Well, first of all, I'd have to say I don't deserve this award. But I have arthritis, and I don't deserve that either. So, sorry, I stole that from Jack Benny, another wonderful actor. I have been teaching drama for many, many years, and truly, I am humbled and honored to be in this room with you. I would like to thank the sponsors of this event: Kaiser Permanente Musical Theater International, the Denver Center Theater Academy, and especially our hosts, the American Alliance for Theater and Education, and in particular, Jeremy Goldson, Chapter Director of Colorado Thespians, and Dr. Jay Seller, Executive Director of Think 360 Arts, Complete Education. I have deep gratitude for the support of my colleagues here. You are all deserving of this award. Thank you to my family, and of course my friend, Mr. Scott Vogel, the incredible director of theater at Chatfield Senior High School. You are truly awesome. But most especially, I would like to thank the kids who give us their trust, love, and dedication. Our messages to them remain timeless as they pass them on. Thank you again for this great honor.
Saying that David Peterson's resume is impressive is like saying that Neil Patrick Harris is an okay Tony host. Thank you. I knew that this was the only place that I could ever use that ever. David has directed over 30 productions, he's tech directed over 30 productions, and some of those were the same productions. And did he ever go home? He's taken shows to the main stage of state and international thespians. He's directed a showcase winner at the National Performing Arts Festival. He has designed sets and sound systems and improved technology at Eagle Crest and Chaparral High School, where he currently works. He has helped with assessment development for CDE and presented at national conferences. What his resume doesn't tell you, what his friends and his colleagues and parents of his students do, is that he does all of this without ego ever getting in the way. In fact, someone said about him, "I don't know if I've met a more humble theater director who has every reason to have a big ego." But David doesn't do this for the accolades he can get after shows or at luncheons. David's in this business to help kids and to help those who help kids. He supports other teachers' programs and is willing to share ideas. He has welcomed middle school productions into his space, set up his students to help their students learn, and taken his time to answer all questions as though the kids were his. He is genuinely happy when someone else is successful. Brianna Lindahl from Grandview High School shared an observation about David and his biannual tradition of taking his kids to the National Performing Arts Festival, where they create an original work to perform. She says, "The piece always ends up being entertaining, but poignant, sharing an important message about the human condition, which the students own, because he masterfully guides them into creating it so they don't realize his handprint is on it. ego does not get in the way of this wonderful teacher. Of course, he and his students have won numerous awards over the years, but the way he guides his students is what is most worthy of receiving an award. David has been described as a phenomenal communicator, the perfect balance of direct and compassionate. He has a wonderful sense of humor and a warm personality. His kids feel that, and if you've ever had even a small interaction with him, you've felt it too. I don't know Neil Patrick Harris well enough to know if we can still compare the two of them. I do know that no matter how well Hugh Jackman did, he will always be compared to Neil Patrick Harris. Harris is iconic. He's the epitome. He is the standard by which other Tony hosts will be measured. David has on his resume that his objective is to be a highly effective educator of theater and technical theater. Well, he is. He is the epitome. And maybe we shouldn't necessarily measure ourselves against him, but we can certainly be inspired by him. As dedicated professionals and as humble people. It is my pleasure to present the Outstanding High School Theater Teacher of the Year to David Peterson.
I'm Stephanie Morris, and I'm proud to serve on the Colorado State Thespian Award and to be a theater educator. But I am even more proud to accept this award for the person who helped me find my passion for theater and for education, my high school theater teacher, David Peterson. David could not be here to accept this award, but would like me to share a few things with you. This is what he would like to say. Thank you for the recognition as the Colorado State Thespian High School Theater Educator of the Year. For 19 years, I have found this award ceremony both rewarding and inspirational. I apologize for my absence this year, but a family reunion and other adventures took me out of town before the school year starts. It is a true honor to be recognized by my peers for the work I have done in my classroom and on the stage. Theater is a powerful art form that can teach so many different students so many wonderful things. Theater can provide students with the one thing that they can find passion in. Theater can be the communication tool for a variety of artists as writers, actors, designers, directors, and audience members. Theater can inspire people to live their lives to the fullest in a deep and meaningful way. Theater can show students that it is okay to be and think differently than others. Theater can be the way students learn to keep pushing themselves to be better each and every day. Theater can be so much, and I dearly hope I never stop learning what more I can be. I'm honored to be able to teach it to so many students at Chaparral. Thank you to my peers, my fellow performing arts teachers, and the administration at Chaparral who have always trusted and believed in me. Thank you to my wonderful family for a lifetime of support, and thank you to you for listening to this speech.